Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue on Nyxus Gaming for the Shaman's Horde. We are here at Bush Rescue HQ because today we are going to go after the Kromium Orbs. Now there are 30 of these in the game. You may notice my counts are a bit off from the last episode of the Horde we did here. It's because I messed up a recording. I actually had to replay through the game up to this point because it auto-saved after I got like half the Kromium Orbs. But we're here and we're doing good now. It is recording, I can see that now. The first Kromium Orb we're going to get is just before you go into town. You're going to want to take a left and come down this road. You can see it in the water there. And I think there is a tricky way you can just jump and glide down to it. But the easy thing you're going to want to do, just do what this sign says here. Use the Frosty Rang. Right here with the Frosty Rang, you can just kind of fire it at water like that and make a little ice platform. That one was not close enough. If you miss, you should, I guess, not be able to jump back on it. Oh well, let's just try that again. Get over to that one. Let's do one pretty close there. And bada bing, bada boom. That is Kromium Orb 1 of 30. The next 3 are going to be in Buramudgee Town. Just as you enter, there's going to be one on a ledge above you. Now, you can follow that road and go all the way down to the upper part of town. Or, if you're smart, you can use this house here. If you get the jump right. And you can just kind of jump on up to grab it right here. Now, let's go ahead and turn around. And we should see the next one in the distance there, on a floating platform beyond this building. So let's go towards the Rang shop. Once again, just go ahead and jump up on the roofs here. For this one, you're going to want the Lasharang. So let's go ahead and swap to that. And there's a platform that should be circling around here. You're going to want to jump on over to that. Cannot make it to the Lasharang unless you're on this platform here. But once you get close enough, go ahead and lash on over. And just continue forward till you get to the last one. You should be able to glide down, just barely grab the platform, and grab number 3. And there's our last one in town right ahead of us, but we're going to want to come down this way a bit. And we're going to press this button here. It's going to bring up some platforms for us to go ahead and jump across to get to it. Now, I like skipping this first platform and just jumping straight to the second one here. I don't know, it just leaves me less to jump to, but I still fail like that. Go ahead and try that again. Hopefully this time we'll make it. It helps if you kind of jump towards the middle of where the platforms are going back and forth from, but there we go. That is the last Kromium Orb here in Buramudgee Town. The next 2 are going to be here in the Outback Oasis. For this first one, you're going to want access to your Smasharang because that is how you get into this eastern area that I'm at. There's a smashable wall right in the beginning to the right as you walk into that first open area. You'll follow it to here where you get these platforms you can climb up. And to reveal this Kromium Orb, you're going to want to jump in to this this battle bunyip. And take out the 6 Uber Frills that are in this area. Now, honestly, it's no problem at all with this battle bunyip. You can just kind of go in punching, and nothing stands a chance against you, really. The last 3 are going to be in this little crowded area here. Go ahead and just take them out. And the Kromium Orb should spawn back where you got the bunyip there. So go ahead and make your way back there. The second Kromium Orb in Outback Oasis here is more back on the main path, so I'm going to save you guys some walking and video. And after I get this Kromium Orb, I'm probably just going to cut over onto where it is. But go ahead and jump on up here and grab yourself this one. The next Kromium Orb is going to be in this first big open area that you get to. You'll see it on that platform in the middle there. And as you get close, these platforms that kind of circle around are going to spawn. And basically, you'll just ride them around in a circle And you don't want to jump straight to the platform because you won't make the jump. So you do sadly gotta wait all the way around. So you might want to take out these guys. They're gonna throw rocks at you as you pass. But the reason you go all the way around is because there is an invisible platform right there that you can see with your trusty infrarang or X-rang if you have that. And once you get over here, you can safely jump across to the middle for it. For this next one, you're gonna want to have the second set of missions unlocked. That'll give you access to Sly's shop here, and you can make your way all the way to the top, or if you've climbed it once before, there's gonna be that flower towards the bottom right on the ground that'll shoot you up to the top. And at the top tip of the roof, you'll push this button, and that'll show these spawn eggs for you. Spawn eggs? Spy camera eggs? I don't know what I'm saying, but you bite those, and you'll head over to the Kromium Orb. Now we are here just outside the Dennis Freeway mission. It's going to be that orange star on my map here. If you've already done it, it's going to show up as a blank star and you might get lost trying to find it with all the other blank stars around the map. But it is here at this location. And you're going to want the Warparang for this one here. You'll go up to the back. Go ahead and sling yourself on up to this one. And just start slinging your way across these platforms until you eventually get to the end, and you should land on that Kromium Orb there. Number 8 of 30. Over here at Wobbygon Bay, one of my favorite areas in the game, you're going to find two. I'm currently standing at the island with the racing minigame on it, and you'll just dive down, and this one's going to be the easy one. You can see it plainly just out in the middle of the water. Go ahead and swim down and grab it. The second one is tucked away a little bit, however. You're going to want to swim over to the island that has a bunch of the blue tongue frills on it and a hut at the very top. It's just over here. I'm about to surface and show you. Right here, there's the hut at the very top. I said a bunch of the blue tongue frills, but it's not really that many, just 2, maybe 3. One in the bag? No, literally just 2. But you'll go out to the back, and there this one is tucked away around the wall. Be careful of the eels, they can do damage to you. And here to one of my least favorite levels in the game. This is Mount Boom. There's a bunch of different puzzles and switches and closed doors you have to do when going through here. First off, I'm going to paraphrase this because I hate this level. You're going to want to hit all 3 blue switches in the main room, go into the blue room, and you will hit a red switch. That'll open up the red door. Then you're going to want to go towards the end, but when you open up into that last room, turn around, jump across platforms, and then you can hit the yellow switch, and you can come into this yellow room right here, where you can get a Kromium Orb. Probably the easy one. Now let's go ahead and head into the red room for the fun part, because guess what? We got more switches to hit and another door to open. Also, just a heads up, you are gonna want your Warparang and your Smasherang to get these Kromium Orbs in this level. The Warparang you're gonna need in order to open the red door here, and I think to go even further into the red room as well. And then the Smasherang you're also going to need in this red room. Before you take the Warparang, let's go ahead and come to this side over here. You'll see a Platinum Cog. I have a guide for those already on the channel. We're going to ignore it. Go ahead and hit this switch. And you'll see that that is switch 1 of 3. So now we can come across this way. Make sure our Warparang is out. And go ahead and warp across to here. And unfortunately, the thermo bunyip that we need is way at the top of these platforms. So, let's get climbing, right? Even though the switches are on the bottom, we gotta go up to the top. Careful on this platform, it does like to fall out beneath you, as many of them do. But once you get to the top, you can grab this thermo bunyip. Go ahead and drop on down, spray this switch 1 of 2. I mean, 2 of 3, yes, that's what I meant to say. And the final switch, as I said, you're going to need your Smasherang. Go ahead and grab it and smash that open. And you will reveal the final switch. And that opens the door in the bottom here. So many switches, so many doors, so many buttons, so many things locked behind them all in this level, and I hate it. But there we go, there is the Kromium Orb. This next one is in Frill Neck Forest. Right before you exit, you're going to want to come back up here, and you'll see these platforms in the tree. You'll go ahead and jump up them. You can just barely reach that one, but then you go ahead and just glide across here and grab yourself the only Kromium Orb in this level. The next two are both going to be here at Faire Dinkum, the first of which is just as you exit the town. It's up on a ledge there, but don't actually exit because you're going to want to come in here. And if I can get this jump right, it might be easier to use that. There we go. And you're going to want to jump onto this platform here, which will then start moving, and ideally it should go ahead and take you all the way to that Kromium Orb if it would stop going up and down and just going slow. Not gonna jump off it early because just my luck, I would miss. Here we go, that is close enough. That is Kromium Orb 14 of 15, or 14 of 30. We will have 15 when we're done here. Now, you might have to replay through or play through the entire level before you can get here, but if you've already played through, then you will have that shortcut up to the end of the level here, which is actually where the final Kromium Orb is, right about here. In the Wetlands, just make it to the end of the level, and it doesn't exactly hide the orb from you. You might want your Lasherang just so you can swing on over to it, but just walk over. And bada bing, bada boom, that is number 16. And now we make it to Sulphur Rocks, one of the final levels in the game. This one's not even inside the level, it is just outside the airlock. Now this is going to change when I jump on the first platform here, but you can see the order you're supposed to jump in right about here. Oh, actually it didn't change at all. Usually there's a bunch of platforms here, and some of them are fake, so you gotta make sure you take this pattern right here to get on over to the Kromium Orb. Now there are quite a few here in Sulphur Rocks, and I probably don't know where they all are off the top of my head, so I'm probably going to cut around a bit here. The next one is about halfway through the level. You can see my location on the bottom right on the minimap. It's this area that goes like around in a circle with a tall island structure. In the middle, there's an Uber Frill here. Don't worry about him. Just jump on up and grab yourself the Kromium Orb. When you're doing the lava mission to rescue the hiker at the end of this area, if you turn around, there's going to be this Kromium Orb here. Now you may think to jump to it, but if you actually come around this way, make sure you have your Frosty Rang for this so you can cool down some of the platforms. Come around here and you'll see some Lasherang posts, loops, whatever you want to call them. And this little tunnel here will lead right on over if you don't mess it up. It'll lead right on over to where that Kromium Orb is. The next one is on a platform above the river over there. Now again, these are invisible platforms. If you need to see them, just go ahead and throw an infrarang at them. I'm having issues hitting this one, but I can see it anyway, so just go ahead and jump across. If you have the X-Rang, I don't think you even need to hit them. I think they're just automatically visible. On the other side of the river, you're going to see this one on a high ledge over here. You're just going to want to continue forward. Go ahead and climb up here. Avoid the spiders if you can. Just jump across. Keep your Lasherang out for this one, because you're going to swing right across to it. You don't get a whole lot of momentum, so you might want to do a second swing there like I did. That is 21 of 30. This one is halfway through the temple, and the temple is honestly like my least favorite part about this level. I don't know why, it's actually kind of difficult, but I can't explain it. I don't like it, but you can see it on the ledge there. If you look down, this is the room with the weird water uber frills in it. I don't know what they're called, but you'll climb to the top, go across that invisible platform, and grab it. And for the final one here in Sulphur Rocks, you're going to want to come to this southern area down here. You work your way to the end, and you'll see this platform here. Just quickly jump your way across, and you should be fine. Don't want to dilly-dally, though, as you may hear the explosions. But once you get to the end, you get your final Kromium Orb here. I've done dialogue for this area like 3 times now, but I keep missing this jump. This is the Never Never, where you get 7 more Kromium Orbs, and the first of which is in this first open area. You work your way around here, jump across that stone platform to these crates here, and then there's a Lasherang loop right here. Now, every time I try and make this jump, for whatever reason, Ty just decides to turn around, but there we go. We made it that time. And we have how many left? We have 6 more to get. Just a little bit ahead of that, you're going to make it to this dunny here with some smashable rocks next to it. Go ahead and smash those and walk right in to your next Kromium Orb. Just above that area, you're going to get to these 2 stone pillars that you're going to want to hop across. But before you continue from here, you'll see the Kromium Orb across there. And once again, just go ahead and Lasherang on over to it. Once you get up to the lava area, instead of going there, take a left and go up this ledge, get your Smasherang back out, because it should be just inside here. Just next to here. In the second half of the level, after you get through the little dinosaur bit, you'll climb these vines, and you're going to want to get on this rail that goes pretty much all the way back. Be careful, as there are some branches that you will have to jump over, but keep an eye out for the ledges on the side, as you should see a Kromium Orb on one of them. I think there's a Bilby, and maybe a couple of other collectibles too. There's a painting there. And there's the Kromium Orb all the way at the end. Next up, it is just underneath that little bridge where you finish the dinosaur section at. You're going to want to come over here, get your Lasherang back out, and just swing over to this one. Looks like there's a painting in the way that's going to be impossible to avoid there. I'll just keep that in mind for my painting video, that I'll have another one from here. And oh, looks like the next Kromium Orb is literally right in front of us as we descend off of that. So for this one, there's another lash hook right above you there, and you can swing on in and grab it. And that is all 30 Kromium Orbs in the game. Now, what do you use these for? These can all be used at a special shop here in Buramudgee Town on the upper level. It is Madame Mopokes, and you come in here, and basically,
Welcome, friend.
at this shop you can buy maps.
And I see all. Cross my palm with Kromium Orbs, and I will tell you what you need to know.
You can buy maps of all the other collectibles for 10 Kromium Orbs each. You can get the Mysterious Anomalies, which shows you all the Gooboo Steves.
I didn't see that coming.
You can get the Cog map, which obviously shows you all the Platinum Cogs.
I see that you would use that well in your future.
And you can get the Missing Persons map, which shows you all the Bilbies.
I see that you would use that well in your future.
She says that we'll use them well in our future, but we kind of already have all of those. So that's gonna do for this episode. Honestly, I'm at the end of my rope with this game. I had to replay through like half of it just to do this video. And I don't know,
Hello,
I just
toy?
can't keep playing this game right now. So we're gonna sign off there. And next time on the Horde, we're gonna get into
Hello,
a new
toy.
game. We're gonna return to The Witcher on the channel and see what we can find there. But that'll be it for today, so thank you for watching, and bye-bye.